Hi there, YouTubers. Um, so today I want to talk about something that I've decided to call the Jesus box, right? And it's basically like this. Um, if you know me in person, you probably know, or if you like are my Facebook friend or something, you probably know that I talk a lot more about Jesus now than I did 8 months ago or something. But I've been a Christian for a really, really long time. I'm almost 20. I've been a Christian since kindergarten or something like that. Anyway, um, okay. So even though I was a Christian, even though I've been a Christian for a long time, I used to wonder why some Christians would talk about Jesus really, 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 really often. But now I do it, and I understand why. And it's a good reason, right? Okay. Basically, here's what changed. What changed was 8 months ago, um, in September, God radically healed me of depression. I've been struggling with depression for a while. I hadn't really told. There were a lot of people that didn't know, and then there were some people who were close to me who did know, but yeah. And so he radically healed me, and I was just like, whoa. But the way that he kind of communicated, the the picture in my head that I got during this healing process, because I was at an altar call, it was a very specific moment. It was like a very specific moment. Um, the picture that I got was me being like a cup, sort of, and God was filling me up with His Spirit, and then stuff in me that was not conducive to His Spirit was not going to be in me anymore. It couldn't fit in me, right? So depression was not conducive to His Spirit, and that couldn't be in me anymore. In fact, this was suicidal depression, which is like a whole different, and it really tries to grab hold of people, you know what I mean, and not let go, and just, and it's a, yeah. Um, but God just broke that off of my life, and I knew like it was gone. It is gone, like permanently, and it's incredible. I mean, it really is incredible. And so basically, from that point in time, my walk with God changed a lot. Because I was like hungry, for lack of a better word, or like I was desperate. Like I wanted to know God more. I was just like, yeah, like let's go, like let's do this, and and so now I've realized that I can't really do the compartmentalization. I can't really do, oh, there's a Jesus box, I'll open it on Sunday, and oh, here's the other box, and here's the other box. I can't do that because in order for God to really make the change in me that like was necessary, like He had to destroy the depression box, and He had to reframe my view of some of the other boxes. He had to change the way I looked at school, the way I looked at my family, the way I looked at all of this other stuff that was separate. I realized it's not really separate from God. God knows, like, He just has so much wisdom. Like, I mean, he invented the whole universe, right? I mean, He has so much wisdom. Like, He has business knowledge. He can help you do business, And so I've realized, like, I want God to be, like, permeating, for lack of a better word, my whole life, because I know that what God touches, He makes better. And if there are things that shouldn't be in my life, if there are things that are going to cause something bad that shouldn't be in my life, I want to be able to understand what those things are and get them, out, And God knows what should and shouldn't be in my life, And I really have to let Him. I really have to let Him do what He's gonna do. Yeah. Plus, like, I'm a human, So it's like I mess things up, right? But like God is like very, I kind of like to say he's like a chess player, you know? He always knows like a bunch of moves ahead. He knows what someone else is going to do, and then he knows what he's going to do, and he just knows different things like that. And so like if you're a Christian, I guess I just want to say don't be afraid to let God like touch every part of your life. Don't be afraid, because sometimes it may be like tough, it may be uncomfortable, but in the end, it's better. It's good. Like God wants what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you just let him like just let him work in your life completely, the result will be good. Let him help you with your job. Let him consult him on decisions. You know, just things like that. Or you could just sit with it. You could just spend time with him. You could just be like, Lord, sweep through my life. You know, just sweep through my life. Just you know, show me what needs to be out. Show me what needs to be in. Show like, you know, be involved. You know, God wants to be involved in your life, and so he's totally cool with it. He's not like too busy for you or anything. That too, I think sometimes is a misconception among Christians, that like, well, I can't tell God about this really small problem that I have because I can't do this or I can't do that. Like, no, like just let him be there. You know, sometimes he'll guide you on the small things. So thank you for watching this, and I hope it has kind of shed sorry, one more thing. And the whole thing about mentioning God and the whole thing about mentioning Jesus and different things like that. I guess it's because at this point in time, a lot of stuff just reminds me of God. And so that's what I start talking. Wow. Like, or how else would I say that? I don't know. Things, when God is in every aspect of your life, it's like stuff is going to start reminding you of God. And so you're probably going to start talking about him more, just because like certain things start to connect and make sense that didn't make sense before. And it's like, oh, that's okay. And sometimes you get into like really great, really stimulating conversations about Jesus. And not because you're beating people over the head with the Bible, because, you know, I'm not beating people over the head with the Bible, but like I just get into conversations sometimes, and cool. And I also don't have to be afraid to mention Jesus, because I think it used to be that like I thought if I went to somebody and said, hey, do you need prayer for anything, and that person happened to be a different religion or like an atheist, like I thought that person would just be really mad, like, no, blah blah blah. But I've started doing that because it's a tradition at Mission 24 to ask people if they need prayer for anything, and sometimes you do that outside of the church as well. You just ask people if they need prayer for anything, and then you intercede with those people. And like, it's amazing because even the people who don't want prayer for anything usually are just like, no, I'm okay, thanks. Even if they're like an atheist, they're just like, no, it's okay, thanks. No one has been like really mad or done things like that. And so yeah, like, you know, don't let fear like hold you back. If that's what you need to do, is go and intercede for somebody, or just mention Christ if you need to for some purpose, or if God is leading you to talk about him. Just don't let the fear, you know, limit you. Okay? So again, thank you for watching.